Happy birthday, FNAF! Finally, the first decade, guys. Can you believe it? Wow. Wow, I can't believe, like, we out here with the first 10 years of this franchise. Oh, Bonnie, you're killing me here. No, stay up, Bonnie. Come on. Alright, guys, yeah. Oh, man. It's a lot to, take in, to comprehend, you know, guys. Yeah, I can't believe we're here, finally. Of course, on this channel, whenever I talk about FNAF, I like talking about my experiences with the franchise, right? So, I kind of wanted to make, like, a list of, like, the years of, like, sure, like, when the games came out, and then just talk about my experiences with them and other stuff with them. But, like, you know what, if I go out of order, you know, like, it's fine, guys. Just, like, keep up with me, and, like, sure, there's gonna be a lot of references to, like, everything and everybody, right? Oh, man. Yeah, so, for any true legends who know this about me, about the franchise, I didn't really get into it until, like, this was, like, around Easter time of 2015, right? So, but I came in at a good time with the franchise, right? Because, 2015's FNAF is what anybody really talks about, and again, it's when that year the franchise really peaked, right? So, oh man, I have so many good fun memories with that. But of course, 2014 has some, like, good nods, references, callbacks, you know, like, all the good stuff, right? Like, it was in the early phases, like, especially, like, with the first two games, right? Man. Man, I remembered, I had a sleepover with my good YouTube buddy, Everfun, right? Or Nick, right? And again, this is during Easter weekend, right? Oh, man. I remember, like, I was aware of the franchise, like, here and there. Of course, I didn't pay too much attention about it. And when Nick showed me a couple videos, like, everybody should know these. How to make FNAF not scary. Like, oh man. And when, like, FNAF 3 was still fresh, like, still popping, right? And that's when that came out. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I was afraid I wasn't gonna go to bed after that because he showed me these at night. Like, jeez. Oh man. That was really funny. And, my other good buddy, Gavin, or Gav Gamer, he showed it to me a second time, right? Because I think that's when, like, that piqued my interest. But, like, I remember Foxy being the one scaring me the most. Because, like, yes, he is the underdog, right? He is a good guy, right? I was afraid, like, every time I turned to a corner, right, like, he would pop out, right? Oh, man, I remember being so scared out of my mind. I remember telling my parents, like, oh no, my friend Nick, like, he's showing me, like, this franchise, like, oh my gosh. And I remember what I would do, guys, is, like, I would watch one video a day, just, like, anything FNAF, right, to help me, like, not be scared, you know, and it helped. And I would always tell my mom, like, so I watched a little bit of Freddy's, like, you know, it didn't turn out so bad anymore, like, and believe me, guys, sure, it was helping me out a lot with that, but I was still scared. So for the first couple of years, like, sure, it grows on you. You get used to that, but, like, I was still scared of it. I wasn't I wasn't really scared of it anymore until, like, I was 19 and a half. So this is 2020. So, oh my gosh, what the heck? Yeah, that's how long it took me, guys. But yeah, 2015, FNAF really got me out of a dark hole, you know. like I said, depression didn't hit me then until like 2 years later, right? So, man, even the Kevin MacLeod music that goes with like the Gmod. I can't think it. Oh, Source Filmmaker. Okay, like they're both the same thing, but like anytime you hear Kevin MacLeod's music in FNAF, like it's just perfect. Like it fits, right? So anytime I hear an old song from Kevin, like that I've watched from a FNAF video, like, oh yeah, Kevin should officially call those like FNAF song titles or whatever. Like, geez, that's pretty funny, right, guys? There were some Lego stop motions that came out. There was like some South Park stuff coming out with this. Like, geez. Honestly, though, what really helped pique my interest and appreciate the franchise even more was the king himself, Markiplier. Yep, I've watched his episodes, and they were just so perfect. Like, watching them on my tablet, like that summer, like, man, like, we can all agree that the very first episode he did was a classic, right? Anytime me and Gav would dive into Five Nights at Freddy's, specifically Markiplier, like, we would always play that episode first, and, well, just in general, right? And then we always talk about, like, how good it is. And I know it's still getting a lot of views today, you know? Last night, I literally binge-watched him playing FNAF 6, and a lot of good 2017 vibes right there, guys. Lots of good vibes. Of course, there was a few other YouTubers I was getting to as well that same year, 2015, when ones I didn't even know about. Before FNAF, I was aware of MatPat. You know, my brother used to be a huge fan. I did not like MatPat at all, but because of his FNAF theories, again, I was investing a little bit more into MatPat, right? Like, and he came up with these other channels, right? Film theory, food theory, fashion theory. Of course, we all know that he's very well known as, like, for FNAF, right? And then there's Daco. I watched a little bit of him here and there over the years, but if you follow my Instagram, Real Blu-rayDave, on my story, I mean, everybody should know this, like, Mark, Matt, and Daco, they're like the trinity of FNAF. So, I mean, we got MatPat into the movie, right? And then we saw, like, a picture of Daco as, like, one of the employees of the month, right? We need to get Markiplier in, right? I mean, honestly, if we could get all three of them into one room in a FNAF movie, that would be awesome, you know? That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, MatPat, Daco, Fusion Z Gamer, Wade or Loremain777, Moiskirm, Yami Mash. I'm sure there was a couple others, but like, guys, I can't seem to find this video. I remember watching it like the year it came out, and again, this is when FNAF 3 was still fresh, right? There was a group of people, right? They did a challenge where, say like if one of them lost, then a new person has to start, but they had to like restart the whole game. Like, oh man, that was funny, guys. That was really funny. And I don't remember if I was actually there at the Game Theory like FNAF live stream where he had Daco, Razbowski, Smike, and the two Ryans, right? Oh man, like it feels like a podcast in a way, right? Like he has the extended edition, or like I guess like the original edition version, sorry, and he has like a 30-minute like cut of it, like the highlights, right? But let me know in the comments if you guys were there. It was like the ending of summer, and Tegan and I talk about this a lot on my channel, but like Wade and Yami, they did the Gary's Mod, Five Nights at Freddy's map, of course, and man, that was, oh man. Part 3 has always been my favorite from, of course, Wade, right? Like, and again, having no idea that my buddy Tegan was involved. And seriously, we made a video a couple months back confirming it. Like, he confirmed it, guys. So, there's your answer, you know. Again, thank you, Tegan, for making our childhoods with that, like, messing with Wade, Yami, and JP. Like, man, it's pretty funny. And the FNAF songs, you gotta appreciate them, right? I have not listened to every FNAF song though, but I remember like there's some of the good ones out there that have been popular. Like a couple months back, I finally listened to the FNAF 2 song that has been popular in the last 4 years now. Thinking like, why is this popular again? Like, you know, it's been so long since, you know, that song. Sorry if that was a bad interpretation. I know that was cringy. I apologize, guys. But yeah, everyone can agree the most iconic song is literally the Five Nights at Freddy's song from the Living Tombstone. And the fact they made a comeback in the movie, wow. And Al Hugany, yeah, he's pretty divisive, you know, like, I didn't like him at first. Like, I remember my brother introducing him to me, but, like, the only songs or musicals that I liked, and they're parody songs, by the way, was, of course, Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, man. And literally, though, guys, I thought FNAF 3 was going to be, like, the last of it because it was a trilogy series, right? But, like, when FNAF 4 got announced, like, wow, I was so pumped. That trailer was so cool. It was originally supposed to come out in October, right, for Halloween, but then Scott decided to release it early. What was it? July or August, right, guys? And, of course, watching Markiplier play the game was awesome. And then legit, we all thought FNAF 4 was going to be the last game, right? And then the box. Oh man, this box. I did watch the latest interview. The Daco and Scott Cawthon 2.0 interview, right? And this one is a lot to take in, to stomach in, right? Because I guess Scott kind of confirmed it, like, I guess there's nothing really in the box, but even though he did confirm that Matt Pat made a theory on it, like, the contents of the box has changed over the years, so maybe that is Scott's definitive answer, like, supporting Matt Pat's theory, right? And who knows, the contents of the box could still change over the years after what Scott's answer's given us. Like, yeah, genuinely, I was excited for FNAF World, but, like, I just kind of forgot about it as the months progressed, right? In that same year, was it late 2015, like, Scott announced that he was coming out with a book, The Silver Eyes. Good freaking book, guys. That's still my favorite book in the trilogy, right? So yeah, 2015 will always hold a special place in my heart. 2016, there was a lot of good moments in 2016, right? Like, Sister Location had been announced, right? The book has already been released, and FNAF World had already been released. Remember Unreal Shift at Freddy's, right? That game was supposed to come out. Like, Nixon, why didn't you release the game, huh? I'm happy that another fan game came out to, like, reboot it in a way, but, like, it's kind of like a crappy version, but, like, it looks pretty fun. Watching Fusion play that game was pretty cool. I know Fusion C Gamer and Pro Class Gamer were, like, the two main guys to, like, help out with the franchise, like, spying Easter eggs and having theories, too, besides MadPat. Of course, Smike. Like, you gotta appreciate Smike's videos, right? Like, oh man, anytime he had, like, top 10 fact videos, like, I remembered his original videos had, like, fan art, right? Like, guys, he wasn't stealing, okay? He was just, like, supporting the fan base. Like, whoever had, like, FNAF fan art, like, he wanted to put it out there, show it to the world, right? But, of course, he re-uploaded them to have, like, stock photos of, like, the games. Like, that's fine either way. So, yeah. Smike, you need to come back. I'm still trying to look for this video, too, guys. And I have not seen it in a long time. But can you please tell me which channel it's on? I believe this was in post live stream. The MadPat live stream. Like, it was 4 guys, so I don't know who was in this, like, but Daka was definitely in it. It was either Smike, probably Razbelski, and the 2 Ryans. Like, yeah, I don't know, but, like, they try to make this video, like, more scary, more darker, right? So, like, if you guys can send me a link to that video, like, whoever's channel it's from, can you please let me know? Like, that would be great. Of course, Sister Location comes out October 2016. Let me tell you, that was, like, the best birthday gift that's ever came out, like, from Scott and Markiplier, because every day Mark would, like, of course, release an episode. Like, one episode released on my birthday for sure. That was, like, the most hyped up game, like, anybody's ever talked about. Yeah. 2017, right? That was when I was starting to get caught up a little bit on some fan games, right? A lot of them were pretty good. 2017 was when I found out about JP, right? It was so funny. So I go back to school, junior year, watching more people playing FNAF fan games. This is when, well, when was this? Sophomore year, second semester. This is when I found out about Omar Somali, or Sabali. Sorry, Somali. Sounds like a really bad meat, like the knockoff of salami or something. I don't know. Kept watching him for a few months, and then again entered junior year, watching him again, or still. But the best surprise, Christmas 2017 again. This is why I binge watched this last night. Pizzeria Simulator. Well, I had no idea about this game. Like, Scott is an awesome troll. Like, I love when he trolls us. Like, man, keep up the good work. See, I just binge watching the episodes last night from Mark. Like, it took me back. Like, every time Mark released a new episode, I would be on the bunk bed, right, all by myself, just like watching those episodes. Like, jeez, dude. If I get emotional, guys, I sort of apologize because, like, again, FNAF has been such a big impact on my life, and without it, I wouldn't have met such like amazing people. Like, again, Tegan, for example, and AJ Markle. Like, I know there's a couple others that I met through the franchise, but like, yeah. Scott even shouted me out at one point. So, Scott, if you're watching, again, thank you for that shout out many years ago. 8 years ago now. Man. 2015, 9 years ago, was when the FNAF movie was announced. Even when I watched the newest, or the latest interview, Scott did say, apparently he was developing it in late 2014, but, 2015 is when he announced it. 2017 was when he announced that he's working with Blumhouse. Man, that was a good reveal. That was a good reveal. 2018, didn't pay too much attention to FNAF, unintentionally, right? Just, that was the year that Infinity War came out, but, I did watch a few more, fan game episodes, and Ultimate Custom Night came out, but I didn't pay too much attention to that, though, 2019, still didn't pay attention, because, that was when it was, degrading, because every time we heard, a FNAF movie news, still wasn't going anywhere, and, I even, watched a few more FNAF videos just to, get me hyped, right? And, when the Jamie Lee Curtis news came out, 2019, well, that was a rumor, right? So, I would like for her to be in the franchise, because she even said she loves it, and we gotta get Jack Black in here, come on, Scott. Come on, Jason. We gotta get those two in the franchise here. This is when Help Wanted came out, 2019, and I tried watching some episodes of Mark. I watched the compilation. Again, I love the compilations that he's come out with. Those are funny. 2020. I don't know if this had anything to do with the bug, but to me, this was when FNAF peaked again in 2020, because a lot of good things came out, analog horror, for example, Squimpus McGrimpus. Oh my gosh, I can't stress enough talking about this guy, because he's the reason why analog horror became popular, right? I love his VHS tape videos. It seems real, and it feels like it could be canon to the franchise, right? And the books. That's when the books got a little bit more serious, the Fazbear Frights books. Man, like I said, I enjoyed reading every single one of those bad boys. Wasn't it Christmas of 2020 was when we got better FNAF movie news? Man. And that's when I discovered 3C Films, or Chris, Yeah, even Mark was helping out, contributing to FNAF a little bit. 2020, his cloak brand, and when he revisited the first game, man. Jeez. So, we've been eating good with FNAF in the last 4 years, guys. Yeah, every year kept progressing. 2021, definitely got more books, that's for sure. We kept getting more good FNAF movie news, right? Oh man. What else? Christmas of 2021. Again, I always talk about this, and I can't believe I don't have posters for any of these, because these three specific franchises are the best Christmas gifts I ever received in 2021. Um, let's see. Security Breach, Spider-Man No Way Home, and the Book of Boba Fett. And like, again, every night, whenever I could, like, watch a new episode of Markiplier. Like, even with work, it made it kind of stressful to, like, kind of watch them. Like, man, those episodes were pretty long, but, like, they were worth it. Like, Security Breach, like, why does it have to be a divisive game, guys? Like, it's a nice change of pace. Like, man, that was such a fun game. I want to play it. I want to play it. Where's my jaw? 2022. I mean, we kept getting, like, better, like, FNAF movie news. Like, that summer when both Scott and Jason announced that the Jim Henson Company was going to make the animatronics. Like, yes, that's a no-brainer, right? Although, I don't want to forget this bit in 2021 because I always talk about this, and I won't stop until people, you know, appreciate the man, you know. Scott was attacked in 2021, right? Obviously not physically, and hopefully not ever in the future, because what he did with his political decisions, guys, that's up to him, okay? Come on. 2021 was the worst year. Like, everybody at this point was getting canceled, right? Or almost getting canceled, right? Excuse me, I have a potential spam call. Piss off. Like, so what if he donated to Donald Trump? I mean, sure, I'm not surprised whenever I hear, like, another bigger person donates to a Democratic candidate. But, like, you know what? I just move on with my life. Remember, the internet was being so harsh, like, oh, guys, you would not believe what Scott Cawthon donated to. Like, it was the Republican Party. Oh. Like, even you guys should know that I'm Republican conservative, right? Like, and there were some people trying to get me to side with them because, like, they're Democrat. Like, no. You guys know my political views, so, again, if you don't like the stuff that I'm making, then leave. You're like dog crap. Just brush you off. So, unfortunately, Scott Cawthon had to retire, but he's still watching everything from behind the scenes. So, Scott, I'm still going to support you all the way. I don't care what people are going to say to me, like, oh, since you like the games, like, you're supporting Scott, so, like, FNAF is bad, blah, 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 blah. I mean, just like George Lucas, Scott had to check off a box. You know what that box was, guys? Fun. He's not being progressive. He doesn't support that crap, that social justice warrior crap. Like, no. FNAF is not political, okay? And of course, I do see the Republican and Christian views in that franchise. That's why I am going to keep saying, guys, like, FNAF is a Christian franchise. And honestly, I would love to write a book about, like, why FNAF is Christian, because seriously, I've watched both Lord of the Rings and Narnia, guys, and I don't see anything Christian about it. So, guys, FNAF is Christian. That's the end of that. You can't convince me that it's not otherwise, because there's really no point in arguing. Okay? So, yeah. That's how serious this guy. So yeah, so just don't be harassing Scott, don't be threatening his family. I don't want to hear that. Because he is FNAF, right? He's the reason why FNAF is here, okay? I love that Blumhouse is independent, right? Like, sure, Universal supports them, backs them up, but like Blumhouse is independent. I'm hoping that they'll extend their contract with Universal by the time the old one comes up, like it ends, right? Excuse me. Christmas of 20. I swear, Scott and Jason love to reveal movie news around Christmas time, and it's the best thing. Like, Christmas of 22 is when we got the cast reveal, right? Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard, for example. Like, well, weren't they the first two actually to be announced? Like, announcing the protagonist and the antagonist, right? Oh man, that was the best news reveal ever. Like, geez. Even though I had a couple of picks and I talked about them on the channel, but like, hey, you guys can still watch that if you want. Like, yeah. And we did get some cast reveals after that. February. Was it February 1st of last year? Like, the principal photography started shooting for FNAF. And June was when we got that official teaser trailer. I don't remember if this was August or September. It could have been August. Like, this is when we got the official trailer for FNAF. And man, listening to the La Toreador March in the epic orchestral cinematic version is just so awesome. It's perfect. And oh my gosh, the day that me, my brother Tegan, and Lego Train Guy went to go see the movie, like, man, we made that an event big time. I went in costume. Lego Train Guy went in costume. Like, man. All four of us guys having a guy night, you know, just like chilling out and like seeing FNAF on the big screen, guys. Oh my gosh, that was a big deal. And the fact that it, like, I don't keep track of the box office numbers, but the fact that this movie made a lot in the box office, like, geez. There's so much nostalgia coming out of this movie. Like, I know it's pretty much like fan service the movie, but like in a good way, guys, right? Like, in general, this is how movies should be made, right? Like push away the fan service, right? Like, I'm talking about just like, don't make media political, right? But unfortunately, we live in an age now where at least almost everything needs to be political. Like, no, we can't. You know, I'm still not adjusting to the times, so bite me. Oh man. And after the movie, like, a couple of us, we expressed our views and opinions on the movie, right? Like, that was a fun live stream for sure. And that Christmas when I got the movie, I still need to get the poster for this. Like, I put up my, you guys can't see it right now, but like, I put up my second FNAF poster up here finally, and I want to get the FNAF movie poster. Still, when this potentially gets a steelbook release and possibly with Walmart, I would get it. Yeah, like I said, I got every version, 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. Because why the heck not, right? Can you imagine if this came out on VHS? Like, I'm still trying to get the soundtrack. They have it in a CD form, cassette form, and unfortunately a vinyl form. So 2 out of 3 I would get, right? of course, the theme song for this, like, man, the Newton brothers, they've killed it with this movie, and X-Men 97, like, man. So yeah, they gotta make a comeback. So yeah, this year, months back prior, like, we didn't get much, but Blumhouse did announce that we will get the sequel next Christmas, right? Next year. I was kind of hoping, like, we would get, you know, these every year, because, you know, some trilogies in particular, they love to do that, right? Like, just release one movie a year, like, again, some come out every other year, but, like, you know what? I don't want Scott rushing this, but this movie is giving the sequel a fresh, organic starting point where it should pick up. Like, yeah, just as long as he doesn't take another 8 years to, like, release it, but, like, because I would hate for, like, the movie news to be bad news. Like, oh, we had to change the schedule, right? Like, no. But this movie was definitely worth the wait. 10 out of 10. My new all-time favorite movie. This is like a movie I've watched out of all other movies in a long time. Seriously, Josh Hutcherson delivered the role as Mike. Matthew Lillard delivered the role as William Afton. Because William, he's supposed to be like this hateful character, right? But made him so comedic, right? Like, I don't know in this version that we want to love him because again, that comedic role that he played, like, sure, behind that funniness, there is a serial killer, right? Like, geez. And the fact that we got to see OG Spring Bonnie in its almost non-decaying form, like, man, if we couldn't get that in the games, at least, like, put it in movie form. Scott did say there's a few other games in the pipeline, and one in particular. So, Scott, if it is FNAF Origins, please let us know. Because, oh man. Even Blumhouse said they're going to make a game based off of the FNAF movie, like, geez. Again, we're eating good as FNAF fans. Like, what a great time to be alive, to be a FNAF fan, right? And I'm a FNAF veteran for sure. And of course, we welcome newcomers, right? I feel like the 2020s is a decade to be, like, a FNAF fan, right? Like, well, I'm sure after this decade, like, hopefully in going forward, like, we'll be eating good for sure. Like, I'm happy that Daco asked this question, like, when it comes to spin-offs, I've talked about this a little bit too, like, would it be cool to make the Fazbear Fright series like a TV series? Like, yes, why wouldn't you do it? Like, I would watch it in a heartbeat. Just don't make it a Netflix original, though, because, like, I'm done with Netflix. Other than the fact, like, if they help Zack Snyder to finish his Justice League saga, then. But other than that, I don't want FNAF going to Netflix. Not even a Disney Plus. Can you imagine if Disney touched FNAF? They would make it political, and I wouldn't have it. Nope, you don't turn my animatronics political, Disney. Again, it'd be pretty cool if it went to Amazon Prime. That would be pretty cool. well, maybe Peacock, maybe. I'm just trying to think of like other streaming services that are out, like what they produce, original content, right? So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my FNAF today, and then afterwards, I'm gonna celebrate my brother's birthday because he doesn't get off work till like what 2:30. So by the time this gets out, right, like yeah. It's like, Bonnie, do you already have something on your nose? Oh my gosh, I was afraid of this. He's got like white marks on him. Even has that look like, get it off of me. Like, oh man. Yes, so I could still honestly be proud to say that I'm a FNAF fan. Have been for 9 years now. 10 year, like next year will be like 10 years for me, right? Like, man. Again, thank you to Nick and Gav for showing me the franchise, right? And to anybody else who I've met in the FNAF community, like again Tegan and AJ and whoever else I didn't get to name off, like again, all of you guys in general, you guys the fans, YouTubers, whoever, like you all make the franchise, right? Again, thank you especially to Scott, because FNAF is the reason why I enjoy horror a little bit, right? Like, again, I like to limit myself with whatever horror is out there, right? I don't like everything horror, right? Like, FNAF is the definition of what horror should be, right? Like obviously not cheap jump scares, right? Like, just the way it should be, right? Sure, even though the first movie turned out to be a horror comedy movie, which I'm sure was unintentional on Scott's part, it's a good start, you know? Emma, Tammy, and everyone else, like, did such a good job. Like, I think the sequel is guaranteed to have an R rating, right? So, yeah. And I could definitely see, like, everyone behind Blumhouse, they weren't trying to play it safe, like, oh, we can't have a rated R, right? Like, no, like, I could definitely see they were trying, right? They were trying. But with FNAF 2, I know they can do that, right? I have a X account, you know, Twitter. Still trying to get used to that X. I do follow the FNAF page, and every time I see a behind the scenes photo of like FNAF 2, like, man, today saw a photo, it looks like they are gonna make the withered animatronics, like they're probably gonna be separate entities then, like, I mean, hopefully that's the case. But when did they start shooting for that film, guys? Like, well, obviously it could be next year, right? But like probably not in February, because they would probably have to shoot it around April, because last year, of course, for this one they shot it like February and then released it October. So give it like 8 months of next year, right? Like, again, we'll see. Okay, guys, this is pretty much gonna wrap up the video. This is pretty much my thoughts on FNAF, like the franchise, in my last 9 years, and yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia when it comes to especially 2015. Like, I'm happy that I have Gary's mod now, and me and Tegan have been playing like the FNAF 1-2 crossover map, like the one that Wade was playing with the other guys. Like, again, FNAF is everything. Like, and this is something that I would like to share with my future kids, right? If I will have any future kids, right? Like, man, of course I wouldn't be able to show it to them like at an early age, right? Because no, I do not want to mess them up. Like, yeah, the fan games, the books, the movie, like the merchandise, like everything. Jeez. I still don't support the Trevor Project. No. Every June when Daco has that stupid live stream, I turn all the notifications off until like June is done, right? Again, thank you to Markiplier, MatPat, and Daco for being like the most pivotal people in the franchise, right? Like, I feel like you guys can have a serious discussion roundtable about FNAF, right? Like, that can make like a really cool like YouTube Red original if they are still making YouTube Reds. Like, I haven't been catching up with them because they haven't really come out with some good ones. At this point, I feel like YouTube Red could be like these other streaming platforms, right? Like, obviously they're making original content, but like, I don't know, maybe they could have like one YouTuber take a season, right? Turn it like into their season and then focus on them for a year, right? Like, who knows? Alright, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, bye, and may the Lord be with you guys. Always love you guys. Peace out, guys, and hopefully you guys are having an awesome 10-year anniversary with the franchise, and I would like to hear your experiences in the comments below. And again, my Instagram is real Blu-rayDave. If you want to talk to me personally on there about your experiences, or if you want to make videos about it, like, again, go ahead. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna sign off now, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Alright, bye, guys.